Welcome back to Red Devils KE, all things Manchester United. Um, we're lucky to get out with a draw from Fulham, 1-1. Um, I'd said that this game, at least with people, I didn't record a video on this, I didn't do my match reaction for Arsenal, but quickly going into over the match of Arsenal is that we played well, but then based off of what we've seen today, that was just adrenaline, like always. So we still have the same problem, cultural problem of not being able to have the same level of performance when it's not a big team and egos are on the line and stuff like that. I what would have told me that at least last week's performance was really good is that if we did the same thing with Fulham, if we matched them, if we ran, etc., if we had the energy up, and we did for like the first 25, 20 minutes, hit the post, Leno with a good save from Cunha's dink try, but then it didn't work out. And then we just got outplayed for the rest of the game. And now I think for me personally, I think you have to look at now the manager's decisions and tactics. One, I think today, yes, Ahmad didn't have his best game, but Dalot was literally the issue that we had, and he had a weird touch that gave an opportunity for Fulham eventually to score the goal, which is yeah. I mean, it was just a poor watch, man. It's just you can tell from my energy, man. I was really hoping that I could see something from Amorim this week, and yeah, get the mood up at Manchester United, but it's looking bad. What can I say about that game? Honestly, it wasn't a good watch. I think in summary, if you look at the 90 minutes, we started off well. Um, yeah, Bruno, I don't know. Bruno misses a penalty. Oh, I've just remembered. There was a penalty in that game that was given to our captain, and he skied it. And the reason, I think, according to the commentators, that they were saying that the ref threw him off. You're the captain of Man United, big Man United, apparently. A ref, take your time. A ref is not gonna give you a yellow card for taking too long on a penalty. Take your time if he's thrown you off. Don't. It's too much whinging and whining from Bruno. Take responsibility. That penalty goes in. We have 3 points today, and we've masked a horrible performance. The performance would still be on the table to look at, but the penalty miss was too terrible of an incident. And also with that, you see the players' heads get lost after that. Because as the captain, you're the one with the head lost. Not so long afterwards, I think loses a ball in midfield that gets us in trouble again. So yeah, I mean it was just crap today. And now I'm looking at the manager squarely. Amorim needs to have a long, hard look at himself, or yeah, you're not gonna stay here for long. I'm not gonna lie. Um, Dalo and Ugarte, I don't know if those were subs to help us, especially the Dalo one. Ahmad wasn't great, but he wasn't as bad as Dalo who came on. His obrigado tax is going to kill you. In my opinion, if you had balls, Amorim, you'd have removed Bruno. Put Mount next to Casemiro, or you bring Kobe on. That's another issue. Kobe hasn't gotten games in 290 minutes, 290-minute matches. So I don't know what the plan is. He's not our savior, but you can't. I mean, there's a talent there that's just rotting on the bench. And for 2 games, well, we've had a really good performance and lost, and we've had a shit performance and we drew. So I don't know. I don't know how this goes. But yeah, Amorim, you need to start looking at yourself, bro. It's we can't be. We're already 16th. We're already worse than last season. We're 16th. Like we are two positions off relegation. Yes, we lost to Arsenal and it's 2 games in, but you can't go with this trajectory. And last season we were 15th. You finished 15th. So yeah, all eyes now on Amorim for me. That squad is not what we performed today. If it's not for Euros um, match winning save for there was a break by Fulham that was going down the center, and if Euro didn't clear that, I think we're in trouble also. Man United still haven't scored a goal. That was an own goal today in our favor. So Fulham scored both goals. So we still have 0 goals from all Man United players. We spent 200 million on attacking talent. Speaking of attacking talent, there's a 6'5" center forward that you've moved people around to bring on the to bring into the game. Yet the first cross that goes into him is in the 93rd, 94th minute, 90 plus minute. That's crazy. So that you bring on Maguire, and then now we start trying to fling the ball in and nini. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Amorim, you need to do something. Otherwise, this squad. The good thing about the way Ineos have set up is that we are not manager dependent. Like these players can play under a different manager, which I respect Ineos for, at least in the transfer window, because this is not getting the most out of this squad. I had a conversation with a friend earlier, and I was just asking him, like, okay, I'm not saying I'm Amorim out, I have problems with Amorim, but look at what Thomas Frank is doing in less than 3 months. He has Tottenham playing differently, very simply, but differently. Like it's just grit and hard work and a formation that suits what he has. Now I think Amorim is putting in the grit and he's made people fit. I'll give him that. But you can't play matches for 20 minutes. There's no way you can play matches for 20 minutes against Fulham and then outplay Arsenal. Arsenal, in my opinion, last week had a game plan. I actually don't think that, yes, they played shit, but in my opinion, right now, all our team is saying is just defend against Man United and wait for a corner. That's it. Because now, the last point is we don't have one goalkeeper. We don't have any goalkeeper because Heaton is not being played because Amorim thinks he's not worth it. And the other two are just clowns. Today, if Fulham knew anything about corners, we'd be 4-1 down. And watch Newcastle, Everton away, Newcastle away, Arsenal away. City are not too much on set pieces. Which as I said, Crystal Palace, those teams who are just physically dominant and have set pieces as their main strategy, it's going to be long for Man United. It's a draw. Yes, it's not a loss, but it's 1 point and we're in 16th place. Start the season. I'm hoping to see the press conference soon for Amorim and see what he has to say, but I don't know. Even I don't like his tone in press conferences because even last week, like the bullish thing of saying like now he proves that we could win against every. Nah, it sounds very Ten Hag-ish, to be honest with you. It seems like a scathing review for Amorim. I don't know. For today, many players were missing. I'm not gonna lie. Boemo didn't do well. Sesko, there's nothing we are doing with him. Showed some great footwork to get out of a corner when he was pressed by Fulham players. But yeah, he's 6'5", 0 crosses into the box. That's instruction. That's not players. We're playing too lethargically. We're playing too slow. The build-up is bleh. I don't know, man. Amorim ajicheki. Amorim ajiangalia. It's been a tough week. It was a tough watch. Honestly. Move on to Burnley and Grimsby Town midweek. Yeah. It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. Like and subscribe as always. Share this Red Devils content and keep it locked for more content to come through. Peace.